On this episode of BTHD, we are going to be taking a look at the 5 most shocking winners the Elimination Chamber has ever produced in celebration of this weekend's upcoming Elimination Chamber pay-per-view event. It is time to bring the hammer down on its 5 most shocking winners. Let's do it. Alright, wrestling fans, thank you so much for joining me once again on Bringing the Hammer Down, the show where we pretty much pinpoint some of the best and worst things that the WWE has ever done, and we hammer down on all the things that may be great or wrong with whatever it is we are talking about. And today we are going to talk about the Elimination Chamber, because this weekend we got 2 big Elimination Chamber matches, one for the WWE Championship, currently held by Daniel Bryan, the other, for the first time ever, we are going to crown WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, and that is going to be taking place inside of this sadistic steel structure, as I like to call it. And what outcomes will be happening this Sunday that might shock and surprise you, we will have to wait and see. And until then, let me whet your appetite with my 5 choices for some of the most shocking ones to date, as we have had over the last 18 years or so history of the Elimination Chamber. 22 Elimination Chamber matches, Triple H being the one who has won the most of them, much to no surprise. That is not shocking at all. And I just want to remind you guys before we get started today to shock me and make me the happiest guy in the world. And if you enjoy today's show, please consider giving us a subscribe, because we are constantly putting up professional wrestling related content all week long. We are the home of the best reviews for Raw, SmackDown, and all WWE major pay-per-views. So please consider joining the Sledgehammer family right now by hitting that subscribe button. Remember to turn on the bell for all notifications so you don't miss a thing as we get set to bring the hammer down on tomorrow night's pay-per-view event. And don't forget to be here for that, and thank you. And also, if you enjoy this show and if you laugh or smile or agree with me in any way, don't forget, as always, to smash that like button and let me and the whole entire world know that you enjoyed your time here at Bringing the Hammer Down. So everybody, raise your hammers high and let's get ready to do this thing, and start swinging if you must, because let's go down the list that I have compiled. This is my opinion, alright? So don't everybody get your balls in a twist. This is just what I think, and I encourage you guys, as always, to let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below as we begin our list of the 5 most shocking Elimination Chamber winners. Mr. Nightmare, take it away in the studio. For our first entry on our list of most shocking Elimination Chamber winners, we don't have to go back very far at all. Just last year at the 2018 Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, the ladies took center stage, as for the first time ever, 6 women would be locked inside the chamber to battle for the Raw Women's Championship. Sasha Banks, Bayley, Mickie James, Sonya Deville, and Mandy Rose all had a shot at the champ Alexa Bliss and at making their own road to WrestleMania 34 as the new Raw Women's Champion. It was heavily rumored that Bliss would most likely be dropping the title for a much bigger program. At the time, the drama between Sasha Banks and Bayley was escalating to a point where many fans believed this year's Chamber match would be a way to get the title on either Sasha or Bayley. This would have eventually led to a match for the title at Mania, which is a match the fans have been waiting for, which is why it was shocking to see Alexa Bliss walk into the chamber as champion and leave as champion, causing many to feel like the first ever Women's Chamber match felt somewhat underwhelming. Sticking with more recent times, up next on our list is the 2017 Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, where the world was stunned to see Bray Wyatt come out on top in that year's Chamber match. Bray Wyatt for the longest time had felt like WWE's personal whipping boy, and the Eater of Worlds slowly became known as the Eater of Pins, as WWE constantly built Bray up multiple times only to push him back down. So it came as a huge shock to all of us when Wyatt survived the 2017 Elimination Chamber and won the WWE Championship, with the likes of AJ Styles, The Miz, a red-hot Dean Ambrose, and the defending champion John Cena all competing in this match. We all assumed Bray was just filler here, and it was thought he probably had as much of a chance to win this match as the sixth and most useless and unproven participant, the future Constable Dickhead, Baron Corbin, which was little to none. Bray Wyatt's victory was a surprising and refreshing turn of events. How it all turned out for Bray after the fact is a whole other story for a whole other video. In 2013, the landscape of the WWE was very, very different. 2013's Chamber Match would see the winner be given a World Heavyweight Championship match at the upcoming WrestleMania 29 in New York City, featuring names like Randy Orton, Chris Jericho, Mark Henry, Kane, and Daniel Bryan, who are all surefire first ballot Hall of Famers. This match was sure to set up an epic WrestleMania main event. So it was a big surprise to many when Jack Swagger, the proverbial fifth wheel of this matchup, actually won and was now on the road to the main event of WrestleMania to face the world champion Alberto Del Rio. Giving Swagger the win over the Viper or Y2J with a WrestleMania title shot on the line is a huge deal. I would have picked Sexual Chocolate or either member of Team Hell No before I ever picked Jack Swagger to win this thing, and much like me, no one gave Swagger a chance to win this chamber match, which earns his win here a spot on our list. We go all the way back to the beginning for our next entry on this list, and I was sitting somewhere in the 200th section of seats in Madison Square Garden on the night the first ever Elimination Chamber descended from the rafters of a WWE event. The world's most famous arena played host to history as 5 of the biggest names in wrestling stepped foot inside the chamber for a shot at the World Heavyweight Champion, Triple H. The challengers would be Chris Jericho, Kane, Booker T, Rob Van Dam, and Shawn Michaels. If we're being honest, back in these days it was highly unlikely anyone would be allowed to beat Triple H no matter who they were. And most of us just assumed Triple H would come out on top in the end. So Triple H losing the title here is shocking in itself. But what makes it even more surprising is that it was Shawn Michaels. This would be Shawn's second match since coming out of retirement to face Triple H in their now classic match at the 2002 SummerSlam. It was a surprise Shawn was even in the Elimination Chamber, and no one even knew if he was going to continue to wrestle after the Survivor Series. So when I heard that sweet chin music connect to the face of the game and the ref count to 3, I jumped around in my seat like a frog on acid, for not only did I personally witness one of the most shocking chamber victories there would ever be, I also was witness to one of the greatest comebacks in professional wrestling history. And finally, this one is at the top of our list, not just for its surprising winner, but it's probably the most controversial chamber winner there has ever been. The 2006 ECW December to Dismember pay-per-view is widely regarded as one of the worst WWE pay-per-views of all time. And while there are many varying reasons as to why that is, one huge reason for the hatred this show received was the outcome of the main event. The Extreme Elimination Chamber match for the ECW Championship would feature The Big Show, the current ECW champion, defending the title against the insanely over CM Punk, 2 ECW originals in RVD and Sabu, and then Test and Bobby Lashley, who were part of the new ECW but were really WWE guys. During the show, Sabu would be attacked and wheeled out on a stretcher and was subsequently removed from the match altogether. He was later replaced by Hardcore Holly, another WWE guy. True ECW fans had only 2 hopes to win this match and were heavily in support of CM Punk and or Rob Van Dam. So when Punk was eliminated first and then RVD followed him out less than 3 minutes later, no one cared about anything after that, and fans in attendance voiced their displeasure throughout the rest of the event. It is well known that Paul Heyman was against booking of Lashley to win the title, as he wanted to go with Punk. The overwhelmingly negative reception from fans at the show caused Paul Heyman and Vince to have an altercation backstage, which led to Heyman's dismissal from the WWE at the time. While the whole show overall was terrible, Bobby Lashley's victory on this night was the final straw with fans, and the backlash was swift and heavy. In the 2006 Wrestling Observer Newsletter Awards, the event was voted the worst major wrestling show of the year. After December to Dismember's great failure, the WWE decided to end single-branded pay-per-views during that period, erased December to Dismember as a show on future pay-per-view calendars, and was the nail in the coffin of an already struggling ECW reboot. All of which earns this moment as the top spot of our most shocking and this one most controversial winner of the Elimination Chamber in WWE history. Alright gang, and that is it. You have seen my 5 top picks for the most shocking Elimination Chamber winners that there has ever been to date. Let me know if you think I left anything out. Do you agree with my choices? Is there one particular chamber match that shocked you that perhaps I left out? Instead of getting salty and busting my balls about it, just feel free to share it with the rest of the family down in the comments section below. I love doing these shows for you guys. Don't forget to let me know if you enjoy these shows. They take a lot of work and a lot of time, so I can't get them out to you guys as rapid fire as we do the reviews and previews and all of the, weekly content on this channel. But I have fun doing it, and if you guys have fun watching it, I will continue to bring you guys the Hammer at its finest, and I look to you guys as well for some more ideas. If you guys have any particular lists or something that you would like to see us cover and you want to be a part of that list, maybe I'll give you guys a personal shout out in said show. Let me know what you think we should be bringing the hammer down on, and we just might be doing that for you guys in the very near future. We have a special Bringing the Hammer Down 3rd installment coming at you guys on the road to WrestleMania, and it's going to be a big one. It's going to be a cool one, and I know you're not going to want to miss it. So as I said to you guys at the beginning, if you enjoyed your time here at Sledgehammer TV and you liked Bringing the Hammer Down, don't forget to subscribe so that you will be here for the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show, our flagship show, which is the show that hammers down on every single show the WWE wants to throw at us and call professional wrestling. So if you don't want to miss a thing, stay subscribed and notified, and if you do so, thank you so much for joining the Sledgehammer family and becoming one of my beloved brothers or sisters in our wonderful community that we are growing here at Sledgehammer TV. And don't forget to let me know as well in the comment section if this is the video that got you to join along with the 1,245 plus. I know plus doesn't apply there, but you get the point. That know that when you want your wrestling news sugar-free, bullshit-free, and full of truth, that Sledgehammer TV is the place to be for all your professional wrestling needs. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Nick Nightmare. This is the team Thor the Sledgehammer, the official Sledgehammer of Bringing the Hammer Down. His tag team partner, the guy that makes me sound like $1,000,000, the World Heavyweight Champion of all the microphones in all the world, Mr. Blue the Snowball Microphone. The most important member of the team, as always, is each and every one of you beautiful fucking sledgeheads, and I cannot thank you guys enough for coming along with me and making this channel one of the best wrestling channels on all of YouTube. That, my friends, is going to do it. This has been Bringing the Hammer Down on the 5 most shocking Elimination Chamber winners, and I thank you guys for being here with me. That'll do it, and we will see you next time right here on the newest Sledgehammer TV show, Bringing the Hammer Down, right here on Sledgehammer TV. And don't forget to be around for the best wrestling show on YouTube, the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show, right here on YouTube.com. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Enjoy this weekend's Elimination Chamber, and I will see you all there for the review. Have a great one.